guys, for today's video, I wanted to go ahead and share with you my new cleaning routine. So I recently uploaded a video where I talked about how I kind of detoxed our entire home and swapped out any, chemical filled or harmful products and swapped them for either a DIY cleaner or a cleaner brand. And I wanted to share with you guys kind of those products in action and how they have worked into my cleaning routine. I have a couple of cleaning routines up on my channel, and the kind of routine is the same, but the products I'm using is very different. So I want to share with you guys how I actually implement these clean, natural products into my routine. Today's video is not going to be like a kind of decluttering, organizing type of video. This is definitely going to be kind of a deep clean, wiping everything, using my, products to get things, all the germs killed and really fresh. So we're going to be focusing mostly on the kitchen and the bathroom because that is where it needs the most work. My living room area and the bedroom look pretty good right now, but I wanted to show you guys how I use these natural products that kill the germs, kill the bacteria, and are safe to use. So if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let's just get started. So we're gonna start with the kitchen counters, and I have a couple different cleaners that I use. I either go in with this marble and granite cleaning spray. This one is just water, rubbing alcohol, and soap. This is what I use when I really wanna kill bacteria. If there's something that there's germs and I need it to be disinfected, I'll use this one because it has that rubbing alcohol in it. Otherwise, I typically just use my thieves cleaner. So this is thieves concentrate with a bunch of water. I mentioned the thieves concentrate in my natural detox video. I can link that video above if you're interested in learning kind of more in depth about these products and the process of making them and switching over and all of that. There's a lot of in-depth information in that video, but this is kind of my go-to cleaner for most things, just everyday cleaning. A cleaning concentrate is a great idea because it lasts forever. You just put a cap full and then fill the rest with water and you got your cleaner. It smells good, it's amazing. So this is what I use typically if I'm just kind of wiping things down and getting them fresh. Otherwise, I have this all-purpose vinegar-based cleaner. This one is water, vinegar, lemon, and lavender essential oil. I don't use this one as often like on our counters because you can't use vinegar on marble or granite because it kind of wears away at the surface. So this one is more I'll use for appliances, handles on things, like stuff like that. The floor, like stuff like that. I'm not using this on our counters. And then I have an all-purpose soap-based cleaner. So this is just water, soap, and lemon essential oil. I will also use this one for kind of just everyday wiping down and cleaning. So then I have these microfiber cloths that I have just been loving to use for cleaning. They wipe away the product so well. They dry everything. I think these are just such good cleaning tools. You can just wash them, reuse them. I'm a big paper towel person, so I'm trying to kind of cut down on how many paper towels I'm using, and I've just been using these towels. But I will say in the bathroom, I have a really hard time not using paper towels on the toilet. So that is something I still use paper towels on. It is just a mind thing when I use this microfiber cloth or whatever one on the toilet. I can't, I don't know, because then I think like, oh, if I put it in the wash, it's got toilet germs. I don't know, so I use paper towels for that, but everything else I've been trying to use these. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys kind of just what I do. So I'm gonna actually just go in for today with the marble and granite cleaning spray. This is what I'm gonna use on our counters, and this is going to need to sit for 10 minutes before you wipe it away. So obviously, I'll come back when that part is done so that you're not waiting around for 10 minutes. But you do wanna make sure products need time to kill germs, and that's something we forget. We do a lot of spray, wipe, or just take your little wipe and wipe your counters and leave it. That doesn't actually give the germs any time to die. So you wanna actually leave this for 10 minutes before wiping it away.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping light.
finished kind of wiping down the counters, getting all that done, letting it sit, and then wiping it away, then I'm gonna go in with the Thieves Cleaner, and I'm just gonna spray it on this little rag. Again, I wanted to mention too, you can get these wet or you can use them dry. It's totally up to you and what you're cleaning. When I do the counters and things, I like to get it wet. A lot of times for like, you know, wiping the fridge or things like that, I can keep them dry. It just depends. So what I like to do now is I like to kind of fold the towel up, and I'm just gonna spray the Thieves Concentrate Cleaner right on this, and then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna wipe down all of the little handles. We have a ton of drawers and cabinets and things, so I'm gonna wipe these down, and I'll just do a quick like once over like that, and then that way we're just making sure that everything's staying clean because we're using these all the time, we're touching these all the time. And sometimes if it does leave some marks, I'll just like go through and wipe them with a dry one. So it really just depends. I like to first go in with a wet rag just so I can get any spots off of them, and then I'll follow up with a dry one a lot of the time. So that's what I'm gonna do next.
Make it last forever. Stop in time. Yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, hold tight. Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies. All because of you.
For the fridge, I'm just gonna use a dry microfiber towel, and I'm gonna go in with my vinegar spray. So this is water, vinegar, lemon, and lavender essential oil. So I'm just going to spray this on the fridge and wipe. That way it's getting nice and clean, and the dry microfiber really helps on stainless steel. Now, a lot of people don't like the smell of vinegar. I am one of those people. I really don't like the smell of vinegar, but it does dissipate really quickly. Give it like 10 minutes and the vinegar will go away, depending on how much you use. If you're using a ton of cleaner, it might take a little bit longer, but it shouldn't take too long to kind of dissipate. And then for this side, I do like to spray it on the towel. Because we've got our water here, I just don't like cleaners to like drip down into the water area. I don't know why. And then I just wipe down. For the actual water part, I like to use a wet rag from the Thieves Cleaner and just wipe inside there. I don't want vinegar up in here right now in case it makes the water taste like vinegar. So then that is kind of counters, fridge, handles, and then we'll move on to the sink, and I'm gonna show you guys my favorite sink scrub. It is life-changing if you like a shiny, super clean sink. For the sink, this has been a game changer. This is the homemade sink scrub that I made. It's 2 cups of baking soda and like 20-ish drops of essential oils. So I have lemon and clove in here, and you just take a spoonful. So I just keep this right by my sink because I do it every single day. So you're just gonna take a spoonful and sprinkle it into your sink. And you could let this sit, but I find that it doesn't really need it. It might work better, I guess, if you let it sit for a little, but I personally don't always let it sit, and it seems to work just fine. So then I go in with some dish soap. This is the Ecos dishwasher soap, or it's like not dishwashing soap, it's for hand washing your dishes, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. And then you just do a little squirt in the sink, and then take a little scrub brush of your choice. This is the one I like. It's from the brand Full Circle, and I like it because it's got the wood handle, it's the natural bristles, and then all that I do, and I'll quick show you what this actually looks like in the sink, but it's super easy. You know, it's just baking soda and the soap, and then I just put a little bit of warm water on my brush and scrub. Really easy. And you just want to scrub all the baking soda, the soap, essential oils all together, and it's going to get any grime off your sink, but it's also going to freshen it up with the essential oils. And then as I'm scrubbing, I kind of just rinse the brush, and then as water goes into the sink, I'll scrub that in a little bit and just kind of keep going until you feel like it's nice and clean. It's kind of therapeutic almost in a weird way to clean it like this. It's just gonna look like this, nice and sudsy, and then I just take super hot water, so I'll turn it all the way hot, and I will just rinse it out. And it makes your sink so shiny. So then this is what the sink looks like afterwards. Hopefully you can tell it's just super shiny, sparkly clean, it smells good, and the ingredients are so cheap. I absolutely love to do something like that because baking soda is so cheap. Put a couple of your favorite essential oils, get a little scrub brush. I do that scrub every single night before bed or when I'm deep cleaning like this, and it just keeps your sink with no, you know, grime or soap scum or germs and bacteria building up. It's really just getting it sparkly clean, and it's like therapeutic to do it for some reason. So that's what I do for this sink, and then I do pretty much the same thing to our stove as well. Cleaning our kind of glass top, I'll just put a little bit of this, like a little sprinkle, a little less soap, and a little bowl of warm water with the brush, and I will scrub this down as well. Just fill up a little bowl of warm water, that way I can dip the brush in. And then I'm gonna do the same thing that I did to the sink, but I do a little bit less, and I just kind of sprinkle. It's harder to sprinkle it on the stove, but it's not a big deal. Just kind of sprinkle it around, and then again add a little bit of dish soap, just a little. And then I just start by dipping my brush into the bowl of warm water, and I start scrubbing the stovetop. I like doing this because stovetop cleaners are so harsh, and I normally use a different brush, but since the stove is pretty clean right now, I'm just keeping with the same little brush. But I find that the cleaners for stovetops, like to get all the stuck on stuff and grime, they're so strong that I can't even be around them. Like when Ben would put the heavy duty stuff on, we would have to do it when we were going to bed so that I would just like be in the room while it was doing its thing because it's so strong. And something like water, soap, and baking soda cleans it the same. So it's just easy swaps like that where you can kind of have more control over the ingredients in your home, what you're coming in contact with on a regular basis, and it works just as well or better. Once I've kind of scrubbed that, then I'll just take my microfiber cloth, the wet one, and just wipe it off. And I kind of have to like run this towel under the sink a couple times to rinse out the soap, and then I'll go back and clean up the rest of the stove. These microfiber cloths are such a good idea if you are trying to kind of reuse things instead of only using paper towels and such, and I feel like they really do work so much better than just regular towels in my opinion. And then I'm just gonna go ahead for the rest of the sink and just, this has a little bit of that thieves on it, and I just wipe the faucet and the handle. That thieves cleaner is kind of what I use for just everyday wiping things down. And then I'll just do one last rinse of the towel with hot water. And I don't know why, it was always a pet peeve of mine, or I didn't like hanging towels like up like this. For some reason I hated that, but I am that person now because I let them dry up there. Just make sure to rinse my little brush, and I just let it air dry in the drying rack. And I'm just gonna fill up our dishwasher. I'm gonna start it. It's pretty full right now, and I mentioned in my home detox video that I've been using this for dishwashing detergent or whatever. It's a gel. So I've been using this, it's from 7th generation. It's awesome, I love it much more than the pods that are harmful. So you just fill up the little pocket with this. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this here. And then that is kind of the kitchen done, because I did actually go through earlier today and I did go through the fridge and I wiped out the shelving and the drawers and things like that, and got rid of anything expired, and organized it a little bit, and I just used the thieves cleaner on that stuff. So this is the kitchen, pretty much done. So now we're gonna move on to the bathroom, and I'm gonna show you guys the cleaners that I use in there and kind of the process to clean that. All right, you guys, for the bathroom, I use the good old hydrogen peroxide. I put a little sprayer on top because you have to keep it in this brown bottle. And I just spray this on anything that is like, you really need it clean. So I'll put this in the toilet, like inside the toilet, around the toilet, stuff like that. And then I use this bathroom disinfecting spray that I made. This is water, vinegar, rubbing alcohol, clove, and lemon essential oil. So this is what I use on the counters, on the outside of the toilet, basically on everything that isn't, you know, needing like intense hydrogen peroxide. I will also spray this in the shower, and I will scrub the shower with this as well. And then I have this window and mirror spray. This one is water, vinegar, rubbing alcohol, and peppermint essential oil. And this is what I will use on the mirror. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray this stuff, and I'm gonna let it sit, and then I'm gonna come back and clean. Alright, you guys, so that's kind of it for my cleaning routine with kind of like the deep clean. Of course, you know, I vacuumed it, dusted, made the bed, did the laundry, that kind of stuff, but I just wanted to primarily show you how I use my natural products. So the rest of the house, I can show you guys, I mean, like we've got it clean in here. If you guys can see, I vacuumed, we dusted. This is the little playpen for Finley. I keep it up. He's at work with Ben right now. Ben can bring him to his office sometimes. So I was able to kind of clean, but that's his little space. And then I vacuumed the floors everywhere, and I also vacuumed the furniture. I kind of have everything pushed together right now to try to make some room while I was vacuuming. And then I went ahead and cleaned the room. I have a couple blankets on here, but that's about it, and then some stuff drying. But that's pretty much what I did for cleaning. And then if you guys do want to ever clean your floors, like actually wash them, I like to use the vinegar and water with some essential oils, or you can also just do like hot water with soap. Alright, you guys, that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, if you guys don't follow my Instagram, you can follow it at rachelannfreeby_. I post lifestyle, beauty, fashion, all sorts of stuff on there, so I'd love to have you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!